these people were so afraid of their home that they had to move when they were selling dope out of their home.
Literally, yes.
Didn't you stay not that far from where the home was? You stayed in the same apartment, right? So you to know, is that correct?
Yes.
You'd been there before to his home?
Yes.
That's what.
All right, so this is what I want everybody to know. I always read the stipulations and I read the PSI report. So do I know that they were selling drugs out of that home while they held little children there? Yes. All right, everyone, we're going to go on the record. So if you all are behind the court reporter, if you'll move to the other end, please. Just give me a moment. Are you going to proceed without Ms. Chacon, or are you guys going to be asking for a reset?
Judge, I've spoken with Donnie, and he's okay with me going.
Okay. All right. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 7391 and 2023 CR 7390, State of Texas versus Donnie Alvarez. Can I have parties announced for the record? For the state? Defense?
Doug Campbell, I make an appearance for Meredith Chacon, who represents the defendant already.
And are you Donnie Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Do you have any objection to this attorney standing in for Ms. Chacon?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Campbell, it's the court's understanding that you both are in the same law firm?
That's correct.
All right. All right, in each cause number, you entered a plea of no contest to the offense of aggravated robbery. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison, a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application. The cases will run concurrent. They're taken in consideration 2023 CR 7392. And then there's to be restitution to Ginobili Villanueva, Ashley Villanueva, and Valentine Esquivel. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Judge.
Any witnesses, state?
No, Your Honor. Just argument.
All right, defense, any witnesses?
Just my point.
All right. You're already under oath. State your name for the record.
Donnie Alvarez,
Thank you, Judge. Donnie, how old are you?
19 Spanish.
And briefly describe to the court what your upbringing has been to today. And if I need to help you out with any questions, let me know.
I think some questions for her.
Who was raising you when you were younger? Was it your grandmother, your mother, your grandpa, or somebody else?
I want to say my grandmother.
Okay,
All right, so you're gonna have to speak up. If you don't speak up, the court reporter can't hear you. If the court reporter can't hear you, then I definitely cannot hear you. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense?
and when your grandmother was raising you, how old were you when she first started raising you, and how old were you when she stopped raising you?
Can't remember, but I want to say the age was around 12 when she stopped raising me.
So you, from the age of 12 until today, you've essentially been on your own.
Me and my brother essentially been on our own.
Okay, and how old's your brother?
Right now, he's 18.
And you were providing for him at the time of the incident, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've had an opportunity to go over this, the PSI report with me, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that the court is going to have to grant community supervision, deferred or otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think you would be a good candidate for deferred adjudication in this case?
Because I know if given the opportunity, I wouldn't want to come back here at all.
Now, in the report, it indicates that you started using alcohol at the age of 13. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Can you describe what the effect that alcohol has on your ability to make good decisions?
Can't really describe it because I can't really remember.
Okay. Is it more likely than not that you're making bad decisions because of alcohol use
Yes,
and you use some other illegal substance? Is that correct?
yes, sir.
Do you think you'd benefit from getting some sort of substance abuse counseling?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that would be beneficial to you?
Because right now, man, I think I need all the help I could get.
And you would also benefit from some job training, is that correct?
Yes,
And possibly a GED?
yes.
Why didn't you finish school?
Dropped out at a young age.
But why'd you drop out?
At the time, I had me and my brother to take care of, and I was trying to give my mom money.
Now, in this report, it indicates that the reasons, there's a very specific reason that led to you being involved in this case. Is that correct? What was your occupation at that time?
I was selling dope.
And do you want to stop doing that?
Yes, sir.
One of the ways you can help do that is through the job education that can be provided in deferred adjudication.
Yes, sir.
You understand that this recommendation also says that you should go to SATF. You familiar with that?
Yes.
Do you think you would benefit from a pretty strict drug treatment program?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the court to make that part of your deferred adjudication?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, I'll pass.
All right, stay.
Your little brother's name is Danny, right?
Done.
Danny. How old was he when this offense was committed?
18,
Was he 18? Because he was sentenced as a juvenile.
17 at the time. Yeah.
And in the PSI, you indicate that it was your idea to commit this crime,
Yes,
and that Danny only did it because he loved you and he wanted to help.
yes, sir.
And you realized that there was a child that was in the home, right?
At the time, I didn't realize it.
But you're now aware that you pointed a gun at a child, a 3-year-old.
Unfortunately, yes, I'm aware.
And that the family, according to the PSI, what they said in their statements is that they no longer felt safe in their home and had to move because of what you did. Were you aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
So that is in the PSI. Nothing more from the state.
Donnie, are you sorry for what happened the day you committed this crime?
Yes, sir.
Tell the court why you're sorry and what effect it's had on you.
Why you're sorry
And what effect it has had on you.
I guess I would say I'm sorry because I don't think anybody should go through that type of incident.
And if you'd known that the children were in the home or the child was in the home, would you have gone in there?
No.
What were your immediate thoughts at the time when you learned there was a child in the home?
At the time, I didn't know there was a child at the home at all until
And why were you going to that home other than to rob the person?
but
From one of the residents?
yes,
Do you think it's a gross generalization that these people were so afraid of their home that they had to move when they were selling dope out of the home?
a little bit, yes.
From jail pass.
Didn't you stay not that far from where the home was? You stayed in the same apartment, right? So you were, you Ginobili, is that correct?
Yes,
You'd been there before to his home?
yes.
That's
All right, so this is what I want everybody to know. I always read the stipulations and I read the PSI report. So do I know that they were selling drugs out of that home while they held little children there? Yes, because that's what's in the police report. Do I know based upon the police report, the stipulations, that you were going there pretending to want to buy drugs, but really you were going there to steal because maybe they had money in the home? So I understand all of that. Child Protective Services should be checking on those children in that home. So hopefully somebody is, because you shouldn't be selling drugs, but most definitely you should not be selling drugs when you have children in your house, because there are some assumptions of the risks, as we know from law school, that certain occupations have. And when you're a drug dealer, one of two things gonna end up happening. Either it's gonna turn out to be Scarface with Al Pacino, or either you're going to prison, or either you're dying. That's what ends up happening. You're old enough to know better. So I'm going to deny your application. I'm going to find you guilty. Does anyone want to speak to the cap?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Judge.
Yes.
Again, you heard that my client is young. He's had a pretty rough upbringing. We'd ask that you give him no less than 5 years.
Steve?
Judge, we ask that you hit the cap. What happened here, again, it's not just that he chose to involve himself here, but he chose to involve his underage brother. He had him go through this process. If it weren't for him, it's his idea, then none of this would have happened.
All right. Why are you involving, you're still under oath. Why are you involving your brother in this? Do you love your brother?
Yes, I love him, but that.
So why would you involve him in this? Where he could have ended up getting killed?
At the time, I wasn't thinking straight, and he was the only other person I had on my side. And
All right. This is what the court is going to do. In each cause number, the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Cause numbers will run concurrently. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money will run concurrent. There's to be restitution and no contact with Ginobili Villanueva, Ashley Villanueva, Valentine Esquivel. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. And credit for any time served. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing? All right, in each cause, and I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And the court is also taking in consideration 2023 CR 7392. We can go off the record. I understand that you may be sorry for what you did, or maybe you're not sorry. Maybe you're just telling me what I want to hear. But if you don't change your life, what's going to end up happening is there's always somebody that's bigger and badder than you, and your life may not turn out well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And don't be involving your younger brother in this. And he's over there by himself without your protection. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Abdul?